Here we have a new 2025 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Now this one comes in the XLE trim level with all-wheel drive. Magnetic gray metallic is the color, and then we have black soft text interior. For the powertrain, we get a 219 horsepower, 2.5 liter, 4-cylinder hybrid engine, and that's mated to an electronic continuously variable transmission. To the front end here, LED daytime running lights and LED headlamps. We also get the LED fog lights as well. And a nice design there. Love how pretty the actual vehicle looks on the front end. Down to the wheels, these are going to be 18-inch alloy. I like that design as well. You get those Michelin Primacy all-weather tires. They're all season, excuse me. And then we have passive keyless entry on the front. Memory seat functions are there. You get one touch up and down windows on all 4 doors, power door locks, rear window locks, power mirror controls, blind spot monitors. And then this one does have the XLE Premium weather grade package, so that does include the windshield de-icer there, heated steering wheel, and then those heated front seats. Auto high beams, that's for the lift gate. Little storage tray there, which I like. Lock gas tank compartment there. Hood release, manual tilt, telescoping steering wheel. And there's the power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar support. Now I want to give a big thanks to John Roberts Toyota for allowing me to review this RAV4 Hybrid today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out your info. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on one of these or any new vehicle you might be interested in. But sitting behind myself, being 6'3" with longer legs, pretty good space back here, and it helps that these seats are so wide in terms of just how long they go, if that makes sense. Seat back pocket on the front passenger seat, rear AC vents, 2 USB-C charge ports, view of the front. I'm gonna close the sunshade so you can see that. That's how the sunroof looks when the shade's up. Then the center seat folds down, bottle holders are there. Premium reading lights in the back, grab handle, then you can hang a couple shirts on that hook if you ever want to. And this one also has the all-weather floor mats, which is nice to have too. Gas cap. And then to the back end here, still a bit more dated on the rear end, but still pretty. I just wish it were full LEDs, but we'll get them one day, I'm sure. Now while that lift gate's coming up, there's the exhaust. And then the cargo space is pretty good. Lift this up here, if I can get it. There's your spare tire and the jack and everything. Side pocket over here, 12 volt, and then just pretty good space overall. And you can hook up your top tethers if you need to. And then we also have the cargo shade as well. Now as we come around to the rear passenger side, I'm just gonna show you how these seats fold down. All you have to do is pull up here. It'll fold flat when the front seats are up enough. And then pretty easy to just click it back into place. Then you can also pull this. You have a little bit of leeway there in terms of adjusting the seat. And then to the window sticker here, you all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look at anything. Sorry about the glare. But this is what's crazy. 41 miles per gallon city, 38 highway is what the EPA says this will get you. But the XLE Premium grade weather package, all the functionality there. And then we have a few other features. Stickers for $39,589. So not bad for the fuel economy, in my opinion. And that's why these are one of the best selling vehicles every year, because people just like them. Seat back can be adjusted there. Seat bottom can be adjusted here. Storage up top. Lockable glove compartment down below, and this does have the owner's manuals in it. Can't close these doors today for whatever reason. But coming back around to the front, gonna take a quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 2.5 liter 4-cylinder hybrid engine. Now, if you are looking to get one of these, this one is on sale here at John Roberts Toyota. So not bad, I think, especially since it seemed like just yesterday everything was $5 above sticker price. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. Nice leather wrap steering wheel here. That's what the horn sounds like. I have, that's an interesting horn sound. Let me just put it that way. I've complained about it before, but I won't today. Now to the radio, we do get our navigation subscription there. For the audio, AM, FM, XM, we get Bluetooth, wireless CarPlay, and Android Auto compatibility. Energy flow here, which is a nice menu for me. I like to just keep track of the battery, what charge that's on, and when the engine is actually charging, vice versa. Or I should say when the electric motor is actually running the wheels. And then general settings here, language and units can be adjusted pretty easily there. And then you can adjust your sound levels and all that. A backup camera right there. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And you can turn those guidelines off if you want. Oh, hazards right there if you ever need those. Dual zone automatic climate controls. You can adjust that. Fan speed, turn the eco mode on. Defrosters here, you can cut the rear vents off to get more air up front. And you can sync, unsync at the touch of a button. 2-stage heated seats for the front. Traction control toggle there. 12-volt USB-A port. And then your electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Auto brake hold is here. And then our drive modes can be toggled here. So eco to the left, sport to the right, push for normal, and then your EV mode is right there. You also have a trail mode too if you ever want to use that. For the shifter, grab, reverse, neutral, drive. Come over here and you can use those simulated shifts with the CVT. And then your bottle holders are there. Center console cubby space, 2 USB-C ports. And then sunroof controls, sunglasses holder. We're gonna open this. This does tilt and slide, but I'm gonna one-touch slide it. Hit it a second time, goes all the way back. Then you can just hold that down and close it. There's a look at the back. There's your vanity mirror. Back to the steering wheel, blinkers, high beams, fog lights. And then we do have auto wipers, so one time off, auto, low, high. We can adjust that auto sensitivity here. Rear wiper fluid there. Push back for the rear wiper fluid, pull up for the front, and then your rear wipers are there. Got ahead of myself. Volume controls are here, voice recognition, Bluetooth, and then you can use these 4 arrows in this back button to go through your center console, the middle right there, or your center, your digital gauge cluster. Might be time for me to take a nap. So I like to turn that lane center on there. And then we have the tire pressure monitors. We have the EV monitor there. And then the all-wheel drive, we can monitor that too. A few other settings. Fuel economy. Push button starts there. Finally, here's the key fob. Next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 RAV4 Hybrid XLE Premium out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this RAV4 Hybrid, I pulled it out of the parking lot, and basically driving through the parking lot, I was in the EV mode, which is nice. But now I am in the normal drive mode. And I just like the torque you get with the electric motor on this hybrid, as opposed to just having the regular naturally aspirated one. I feel like this has a lot more pickup. You get 219 net horsepower, which is nice. But then also just the torque you get on the low end as well is really nice, because you just get that instant ump from that electric motor. But pretty easy to drive, pretty quiet. Kind of goes between the EV and the normal drive mode, if you're just coasting and not using that much battery power and it has enough charge in it. But then when you drop your foot down, it's ready to go. But overall sound acoustics in here are pretty refined, I think, a lot better than I'm used to. Now the regen is nice to have on these because that's what really charges your battery up for the most part. And then you can see I'm in EV mode coming out of that corner, and then as soon as I give it a bit more than normal throttle, it cuts the gas engine back on. But the 4-cylinder was already pretty efficient as it was, so having the electric motor and just the whole hybrid setup is how you're able to get near 40 miles per gallon with these things. But you also get that Toyota reliability as well. Toyota makes, if not the most, one of the most reliable hybrids on the market, and most people know that. Now you can feel it just a tad when it goes from the EV mode to the gas power mode. It does give you just the slightest little jerk there. But I actually appreciate that because I like being able to feel when I go from electric to gas. Now my Pacifica Hybrid, the only way you can really tell that is you don't get like a slight jerk like you get in the pedal here, but you just literally feel the engine cut on. That hybrid system is top notch, but that is a plug-in hybrid as well. And it's certainly not as fuel efficient as this RAV4 is, unless you drive it in EV mode 90% of the time. But I feel like this is one of those vehicles that if you like small SUVs, you like driving cars, you like a commuter, but you just want to have that extra space, you like how they feel, you just like how they drive sitting up a bit higher, this is going to be the way to go. And you can look at the Rogue, the Equinox, but very few manufacturers are making small SUVs. And by this I mean borderline a mid-sized SUV that's getting 41 miles per gallon in the city. But a great drive so far. Ride quality is solid. It's not super smooth, but it goes with this car. I can feel the road, but I'm not uncomfortable. It just drives like a normal vehicle should. Now, one thing I will say is I do like having this instrument cluster here with it being digital in the middle, so I can see how fast I'm going there, but then I have actual gauges for the fuel, engine temperature, and then when it's going from charge to eco to power. Now we're gonna put it into sport mode, and we're gonna just use that getting on the interstate before I put it back into eco. And even in sport mode, I can feel it kind of revving up, but it's not overly loud even in this mode here. But I'll give it something. I'm not gonna floor it, but I'm gonna give it a little pull here. And I have some space, so I'm gonna come to a stop. Here we go. So it was downhill, but still, I mean, I wasn't flooring it. So that's pretty impressive. Wouldn't necessarily recommend running from the law, with this, but now in terms of the, I believe this is Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 on this RAV4. One of my favorite safety systems because it's pretty easy to activate. It all makes sense. You just turn the lane tracing on in the settings, and when you hit the cruise, it'll cruise and it'll have the lane centering already ready for you. Not meant to be used as a semi-autonomous system, more of like a just helper, an aid, if you will. But it's a very good system that I wouldn't mind using going on a test drive or something like that. Or I should say a road trip. Now I want to give one more thank you to John Roberts Toyota for allowing me to review this RAV4 Hybrid today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to find the best price on one of these in your area, make sure you click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on one of these RAV4s or any new vehicle you might be interested in. But all in all, good SUV for the money. You're paying almost 40 grand, but you get something that gets 41 miles per gallon in the city, 39 highway, just fantastic fuel economy, easy to drive, and it's just a solid SUV. So with all that being said, this is going to bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid.